Beauty Addicts, welcome to my day to night Jaclyn Hill Favorites Palette makeup tutorial and review. I finally got the Jaclyn Hill Favorites Palette. It just came in the mail recently. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it when it first came out. I tried to get it, but the site was down, and then by the time that it was working again, all of the palettes were sold out. So unfortunately, I had to wait. I had to be patient, but I did finally get it, so I thought immediately that I needed to put up a makeup tutorial and review of this palette for you guys. Now, let's get started. I want to first show you guys all of the eyeshadows in the palette. So, for the first row, we have Pearl Glisten, Lustrous Pink Moscato, Cafe Macchiato, Spice, and Golden Glory. Then for the second row, we have Petals, Deep Skin, Toasted Hazelnut, Creme Brulee, Marbelized, Dazzling, and Fiesta. Then for the third row, we have Wing for Pink, Dancing Queen, Bridesmaid, Caramelized, Nuts for You, then Deep Cocoa, and Burlesque. Now for the fourth row, we have Mysterious, Rosewood, Sassy, Radiance, Midnight Kiss, then Secretive, and Dirty Martini. Yes, I actually did that. Oh my gosh, all in one take. I'm super excited about that. Thumbs up if you like that, because that took a lot of memorization. So I actually made a cheat sheet because I'm a dork. But, you know, high school never goes away, so you have to have some cheat sheets to help you memorize things sometimes. But yay, I did it. Oh, maybe I'm a little too excited, but yes. Okay, so those are all the eyeshadows that are in this palette. Now, the good thing is, even though this is a limited edition palette, you can still get all of these eyeshadows on Morphe's website. So you're not missing out. You might not have gotten the palette, but you're not missing out. Now, I don't know if this makes you feel better if you don't have the palette, or makes you feel worse if you do have the palette, but on the palette, it just says Morphe brushes, and it's blank on the back. Then you have all the eyeshadows in here. But nowhere does it say anything about Jaclyn Hill's in this palette. So really, you can build this exact palette. You just go onto Morphe.com, pick out this size palette, fill it in with all the Jaclyn Hill's favorites, and you can have your own Jaclyn Hill's Favorites palette. So even if you missed out, you didn't get it, you can still build it, because the only thing that has Jaclyn Hill's on it is the actual packaging that the palette came in. So no worries there. You can have your own Jaclyn Hill's palette too. The eyeshadows come in a variety of finishes such as matte, pearl, and frost, and it comes in with a good variety of colors as well. As you can see, you have a mixture of browns, some pinks, some purples, and then a green. So, which I think is great, you know, some oranges as well. So if you're really into warm tones, you have a great selection here. If you're into natural, you're also going to have a great selection of eyeshadows here. And then, of course, Jaclyn threw in some fun colors like Rosewood, Sassy, and then this Dazzling color, which I really love, and then this green color too, just to mix it up a bit. But this is such a great palette. I'm so in love with it, and I think that the eyeshadows are nice. I'm not saying that they're the best quality in the world. They do have a little bit of fallout, but they are great. And because you have such a large variety of colors, they work well. They may not be the best formula in the entire world, but they do work great. So I would highly recommend checking out Morphe. Their eyeshadows are so cheap. I think they're like a couple bucks a piece. It's insane. For the quality, that is a great amount of quality for such a little bit of price. So I would highly recommend checking out Morphe. The eyeshadows are amazing. Now the eyeshadows that we are going to be using are Marbelized. That is what we're going to put on our lids and our inner corners of our eyes. Then we're going to be using Toasted Hazelnut, which is going to go in our creases and then on the lower lash line. Now for the outer corners, we are going to be using Deep Cocoa, which I'm really excited about this color. It is a reddish brown as described on Morphe's website, but I also kind of think it has a purple tone to it. So I think it's just a really fun color to use on the outer corner. And then to highlight our brow bones, we are going to be using Glisten. Because Deep Cocoa has somewhat of a purple tone to it, and also because I wanted to mix up the look a little bit and put a little bit of color in it, I went with the Sapphire Steel Casual Eyeliner. So I'll just do a little swatch for you guys, but it's just a purple eyeliner. It's very dark, but once you put it on the waterline, it's just like really, really shines. I really love it a lot. So Here's what it looks like swatched. It looks a lot more purpley in the waterline, so I really like this color. Now that is more for nighttime, I believe. I wouldn't wear the Sapphire during the day. You can if you want. I mean, I would probably anyway. But if you want it to be more daytime appropriate, you could use a black eyeliner like the Marc Jacobs eyeliner. Or you could use a brown eyeliner like the Stila brown eyeliner. So here, I'll do a little swatch of this brown eyeliner. It's a darker eyebrow. It is a darker eyebrow. No, it's a darker eyeliner. So that's right there under Sapphire. And then if you don't want to use eyeliner, you can just skip on eyeliner to make it more daytime appropriate as well. As for the lipstick, I used Snob, which I think is more fitting for the nighttime. So during the daytime, you can use MAC's Please Me. So that's just another option as well. So here's Please Me. I'll do a little swatch for you guys. So that's MAC's Please Me. And then I'll also do a swatch of Snob as well, just so you guys can see what they look like back to back, just to get an idea of what they look like. Okay, and then here's Snob. And of course I'm wearing Snob right now, but that's just another way that you can make this look go from day to night. I also incorporated a lot of browns in this look, so that just also makes it easy to go from day to night. The deep cocoa on the outer corners is a darker color, but it's not black, so it's not too dark for, let's say, if you're going to work on a Friday and then after work you're going straight to happy hour, you have this look all set together. All you need to do is maybe throw in a more fun eyeliner and then change up the lipstick. So now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into the makeup tutorial. Off camera, I went in with the MAC Fix Plus To Go setting spray, the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch in Nude, and the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Indianwood. Next, I'm going to be putting eyeshadow in the crease, and I'm going to be using the Toasted Hazelnut eyeshadow from the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. To place it, I'm going to be using the Sigma E40 brush, and we're just going to dip that into Toasted Hazelnut. And we're going to place it in the crease. I'm going to start on the outer part of the crease and then work our way in. Next, we're going to be putting eyeshadow on the lid, and I'm going to be going in with Marbelized. To place it, I am going to use my fingers because it is a frost finish. Anything with like a metallic, glittery, frosty, titanium finish, I like to use my fingers because it's just easier to place. Start on that middle part of your eye and then work your way in. Now we're going to place eyeshadow on the outer corners of our eyes, and I'm going to be using Deep Cocoa. To place Deep Cocoa, I'm going to be using the MAC 242 brush. Now I'm only going to be using this brush to place the eyeshadow. So what we're going to do is just dip our brush into Deep Cocoa and then just place it on the outer corners of your eyes. Now that we've got Deep Cocoa placed, I'm going to be using the 217 brush to blend it out. So we're going to dip it into Deep Cocoa lightly, just to get a little color on it so when we go in to blend, the color doesn't completely disappear. It's on the outer corner, and then just do little swirly motions, go back and forth in the crease, and blow it out a little bit. To highlight the brow bone, we're going to be going in with Glisten. To place it, we're going to be using the MAC 252 brush, so we're just going to dip that into Glisten. Off camera, I went in with the e.l.f. Precision Liquid Eyeliner. Then I set it with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Single Eyeshadow in Noir. Next, we're going to go in with the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, and we're going to place that on our face. Next, we're going to go in with foundation. I'm going to be using the Sephora Collection 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation in Linen. To place it, I'm going to be using the Sigma F80 brush. So we're just going to place the foundation on our forehead, nose, chin, cheek. I'm going to take a little bit from here, it's a little bit too much there. Cheek, cheek, and then we're going to blend. Next, we're going to go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20. To place it, I'm going to be using the Sigma F86 brush. Okay, so I'm just going to place it on my cheek to cover up my redness, and then underneath my eyes. A little bit on my nose. Next, I'm going to go in with the Milani Rose Powder Blush in Tea Rose. To place it, I'm going to be using the MAC 168 brush. Now I'm going to go in with Dim Light from the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. To place it, I'm going to be using the Sigma F35 brush. So this will help set the under eye concealer and then also smooth out the line between the dim light powder and then the blush. Now I'm going to contour, and I'm going to be using the Milk Chocolate powder from the Too Faced Little Black Book of Bronzers. Next, I'm going to go in with the Becca Cosmetics Opal Highlighter, and I'm going to place it with the Sigma F35 brush. Off camera, I went in with the Sephora Retractable Brow Wiz in Honey Blonde, and I put that on the majority of my eyebrow all the way up until the end. Then I went in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Taupe, and I put that on the ends of my eyebrows. To set my eyebrows, I went in with the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. Next, I'm going to go in with the Steel Kajal Eyeliner in Sapphire, and I'm going to place that on my upper and lower waterline. Next, I'm going to put eyeshadow on the lower lash line, and I'm going to go back in with Toasted Hazelnut. To place it, I'm going to be using the Sigma E30 pencil brush. So what we're going to do is just dip our pencil brush into Toasted Hazelnut, and we're going to start on the outer part of our lower lash line and then work our way in. Now we're going to put eyeshadow in the inner corners of our eyes and go back in with Marbelized. To place it, I'm going to be using the Sigma E46 brush, so we're just going to dip that into Marbelized. Next, we're going to place mascara on our upper lashes and our lower lashes, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This is just a little sample size that I got from Sephora using my rewards points. Then the last step is to go in with lipstick. I'm going to be using the MAC Snob lipstick. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my day to night Jaclyn Hill Favorites Palette makeup tutorial and review. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite eyeshadows are from Morphe. Mine are definitely Dazzling, Deep Cocoa, and Sassy. I think that they're just fun and unique colors. And if you want to see more videos from me, please click subscribe below, like this video if you've liked it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!